chapter 24. So I think I'm really gonna do the quest of trying to just finish the book today. Of course, you'll be seeing this over a period of time, but yeah, my game plan is still sticking with doing it just today. Now, the thing is, I am really like worried about how it's going to turn out, but also I think it's fine. I really don't know that it's gonna finish in the amount of time that it needs to, but at the same time, like, the events are happening fine. Like, I feel like the timing of it is okay, and like, I don't know, that's the weirdest part, because again, I don't have a timeline, I don't have a plot, I'm just kind of winging it, because I tried to outline, that did not work. I break it every time, so like, it's just easier to not, and I just have a really vague one that I keep mentally, and that's it. And of course I adjust it as I go, but like, writing it down, I always just seem to be like, and we could just not, it's fine. So this chapter was a lot shorter than the previous ones. This was only 1100 something, like 1180 something-ish, or 30 or something. Anyways, not a lot. Not as much as I've been doing where they were closer to 2000, but I think that's okay. I'm okay with this being a shorter chapter. And honestly, when I go in to fluff up these chapters, I don't know that it's gonna get much longer. It might just stay where it's at, we'll see. And again, I'm getting to this point where I'm like, I don't know, because really I could easily like morph this into a fourth book where all of the events that needed to happen in this book have happened, and it could lead into a different one. Like, that thought's kind of pondered a little bit, and then I'm like, nope, I'm sticking with the trilogy. And then it's like, well, how many other chapters do I need? I feel like I'm only like halfway through the story, but then I'm like, no, we're at like the end. Like, I don't need to make this extra complicated just because. And like, it's just all of the like self-sabotaging thoughts start kicking in, because again, I'm getting close to hitting the end, and I only have a few more things that need to happen, and really, like, it's gonna have a super cheesy ending, and I'm fine with that. I don't think that's a bad thing, but I just need to get there, and I'm like, just sitting here anxiously like, how am I gonna do that? Because a lot of the events, again, that needed to happen, I don't know if it had enough build-up, but again, I'm already gonna have to add in other chapters anyways, so I just have this feeling of like, I might need to add more chapters in. But that is gonna be round one of editing, because honestly, I swear, like, there's gonna be a lot with the revisions, and I think it's gonna mess up my timeline of when I want to get this published for that fact, but I think that's okay. I do want to have this, again, I want it to, every book, progressively get better with my writing skills, and so I'm hoping it'll turn out good. But the inner critic starts to kick in of like, well, you're not doing this right, and you need to do it better, and who are you to say that this should be how it ends? And like, the imposter syndrome gets really obnoxious sometimes, but I just have to ignore it, and I think it'll go well. So anyways, as of right now, I have 3 more chapters to write. It is currently almost 11 o'clock. I think I can easily write 3 more chapters today. I do have to brave the snow to go get my husband from work, but otherwise I think I can come home and finish writing. And of course I have the epilogue, which I'm not counting as a chapter because I really don't know how long that's going to be, but I just feel like it needs to exist. And for some people that would just be the final chapter, but sometimes you want it as an epilogue, like you just want it to stand out from the rest of the book. And so anyways, I'm just very analytical and planning of like, how is this gonna work out? And so, I don't know. Anyways, that's where we're at for writing right now for chapter 24. As per usual, I would love to hear how you are writing, how is your book going, especially if you've written a book and you've hit this point, specifically if you're writing fantasy, like these kinds of like the epic endings where you're like, am I doing this good? Am I doing this right? I would love to hear from you in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe. I post every other day, and until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all soon.